just looking at the surf. Yeah, how you doing out there? I don't know who would ever watch us live, but yeah. It's a long mix, Heidi. Well, that's it. That's a good intro.
Do you want to know the name of that song?
Sure, go ahead and give him credit.
It's called Sunday Vibes by Masego and Madassin. Wow. Sunday Vibes. Did it feel like a Sunday vibe, that music?
That's pretty chill. I like that. That's pretty jazzy.
Yeah.
Like, could you get up on a Sunday and it's jazzy on a Sunday? You're starting good. Uh-oh, I don't want to hear this. This sounds like Halloween music. It's scary.
Sorry.
Okay, anyways. Do we have to have background music?
Maybe just a little tiny low, really low.
On the low? Okay, cool.
Just on the low.
I hope your night's good.
Yeah. I hope
if you're up
good.
Right now.
Hand me that water. If you're up right now, can you not sleep? Is that why you're up? Oh, look. You have 2 viewers and I have 2 viewers.
They're probably the same viewers. They're probably like doing just like us. Watching on a phone and on a computer.
Oh.
Okay.
So why'd you want to come on, Brian?
You
want to talk about Fuhrer Newsom?
I like opportunities to share information. That's basically the only reason why I'm here. That, and to share Mama Leonore's Hugh hat. I went to San Diego this week. We went to San Diego this past weekend. And Mama Leonore, she's from the high desert.
She's from Colombia.
She's from Colombia. And she always has a Hugh hat. I wanted one. She didn't even know. I was looking for one online. Yeah, that's pretty sick, huh?
And it has Where We Go On, We Go All in the back.
Yes. Oh, sorry. Gotta show the other side, too.
She gave me one, too. And, yeah, it's a cool hat. Maybe without the headphones.
So this is yeah.
So, yes, San Diego. What do you want to say about San Diego, Brian? Did you think it was a good turnout?
You know, it isn't, to me. It's never about turnouts. I don't care. I'm learning right now that I could just as well go on a corner by myself. Not that I want. I love numbers. I love numbers.
It feels good.
I love numbers. I'm not trying to say.
But yeah, it doesn't matter. It's not why you're doing it.
No, that's not why I do this.
Party, but
the party is fun though. I gotta say the party is fun.
The party is fun. But there really were a lot of people there.
There was a lot of people from San Diego there.
And there was a lot of people that weren't standing with us, but they were driving around in circles, honking their horns. And so there was just a lot of people. And it was, which makes me think that this May 1st one on Friday is going to be really big too. Because I think, especially with what Gavin Newsom just did today. It's crazy. Fuhrer Newsom. Yes, so let's talk about yesterday. Yesterday we went to the Newport Beach City Council because they were voting whether or not to keep the beaches open. The beaches have been open, but they closed the parking to make it difficult for people to go to the beach, but they weren't actually closing the beaches. But when we went down there a couple times, it was actually, despite the fact that the parking was cut off, at least half the parking was cut off, there was a ton of people there, and it was late, and it was like there was life. It was so nice to see people having fun and acting normal. Mostly it was like young people. Young people were all hanging out. It was like their way to rendezvous and hang out was at the pier. And I thought it was cool that Newport just like let it go on. They didn't try to shut it down. So yesterday they were voting whether or not to keep the beaches because of course you've always got the complainers. You've always got the people that buy the expensive property up and down the coast.
By the way, let me I'm cutting you off now. We're on YouTube and on Facebook. So we're going live on both of them. You can either watch them on your channel.
YouTube, Heidi Vea, or
We Are the News.
On We Are the News.
So we're on Facebook. This is the first time we're doing this, and whatever, we don't care.
We're just trying it out.
I don't even care anymore.
Anyway,
Back to your story, sorry.
What was I saying? Where was I?
I don't know. I just cut you off. I just rudely interrupted you.
I was
in
talking
the middle
about
of your
they were
story.
voting on whether or not to keep the beach because people were complaining. The wealthy people that live up and down the coast who forget the beaches belong to everybody and not just them were complaining about the parking situation and then using the excuse to me that people were not social distancing.
Wait a second here. Get out of here. I got to say hi to a couple people.
Hi, Audrey and BJ, all the way from Sweden, right?
No, Amsterdam. He lives in Amsterdam now.
Oh, my
BJ.
goodness. And we got Maui checking in. Audrey George over there in Maui. What's up?
BJ, what's up? I'm going to be
This is
talking
fun to actually
BJ.
have
I'm going to talk
people-
to you tonight, BJ.
To have people in here that we actually know. Because usually on YouTube, it's usually all just my YouTube friends.
Shit,
that
Heidi's
I've
got a
never
lot of
met.
friends, but they're pretty cool though.
They're really cool, but we've never met.
Why are they cool though?
Because we share information with each other. I love coming here and hopefully feeding you a little bit, and then you guys feed me, and that's why we do this, because
Yes.
it's like the interaction with people is the best. Like we can't. I guess this is sort of what everybody's doing right now with their Zoom meetings and stuff. Like this is our new normal. This is how we socialize. But
Guys,
shoot.
are you guys all doing Zoom meetings? I'm sure you are. Everyone's caught up in the Zoom meeting thing. Our kids are for school and for church, for soccer.
Yep.
Actually, Kamiley, she's supposed to be doing it for soccer.
Even music lessons are
Even
being
music
done
lessons.
through Zoom meetings.
Who would have thought?
We can't do horseback riding lessons through Zoom meetings though.
Shh, don't tell anybody. Yeah,
That's kind of cool.
it's way cool. Anyways, BJ, if you're still here, if you
Clap,
haven't hung
clap.
up,
Oh, you drinking some kava?
dude.
Drinking some Amsterdam kava? Hey,
BJ.
Sharon, what's up, Sharon?
Sharon.
Hanging out late with us.
Yes, this is the late night crew. This reminds us of the Reddit days when things would drop and there'd be a late night group that was up really late at night. They were called the late night crew, and they would disseminate information. Anyways, it's cool to borrow the name and to call this the late night crew. Gosh, there's a lot of information, I guess, that's been dropping.
Yeah, but I just want to talk about Fuhrer Newsom.
Keep on talking.
Don't you
Sorry.
want to talk about that?
Yes.
So yeah, so Newport Beach voted to keep the beaches open, and we were like, yay! Like, you're at the beach, you're in the water. I mean, they're arresting people for surfing.
Watch the video.
What does that have to do with COVID?
Okay. First of all, if you have a chance and you're on Facebook, I know that's kind of boomer town. Facebook is boomer town. But if you're on Facebook, go ahead and watch the video. I've got some video on We Are the News. We, the letter R, the news. And you can see everybody spaced out in a room. It's almost like an art exhibit, right? Everybody's kind of really far apart. And the walls are all very... There's
9 chairs.
9 chairs in a big room with a screen. It was almost like everyone was just like looking at it. It was pretty bizarre
It did give people like the opportunity.
A view. It was a window.
Well, no, but also they opened it up for phone calls so people could call in, so they didn't have to get up and go to the meeting themselves in person.
What?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, now watching it, you were there for a little while, Heidi. What was the tone of the discussions of the city council from Newport Beach? What did you get from it?
I only heard one reasonable voice, and it was that Kevin I forgot his last name, but he kept talking about our constitutional rights and our liberties, and he pointed out that Gavin Newsom used a picture from the fake news.
That's right.
A picture that was clearly debunked because they were trying to say that because Orange County beaches like Huntington Beach and Newport Beach have remained open, and they're trying to say that we weren't social distancing enough, and so that's why we're closing the beaches.
But they used a picture.
They used a picture that was not accurate. It was an old picture because it was a packed beach. And then Newport Beach City lifeguards got some...
they got the actual photos.
Some actual photos from helicopter shots showing the beach, and people were clearly
There's
spread
nothing, and not only
apart.
that, but there's not many people.
So for the fact that Gavin Newsom is using that picture and putting it out there
it's from another day. It's from another,
a reason
it's an old
for shutting down all state beaches and parks, all of them. He's closing them all. So I don't know what that means. Like, both my brother-in-laws have been going surfing every single day. Every single day.
Whoa. Have they been wearing masks out in the water?
No, but the point is...
Sorry.
It's like everybody's been living life and, like, enjoying the ocean, and now they're
shutting down. They're going to try to.
Down. It's like, are you going to start literally arresting people for going in the ocean or stepping on the sand?
I say, this is what I say. I just say armed guards with blockades, and then if people have, like, if they live on the beach, and then you don't shoot them. I'm kidding. It's a joke.
Yeah, it's so funny. Anyway, we're having a big protest.
Protest. It's a demonstration. It's a rally. It's not a protest. Well, I guess it's a protest of sorts.
Well, whatever you want to call it. Open California rally, Open America rally,
Open Huntington Beach rally
at the pier, and I think it's going to be really big because of what happened today with Gavin. Because people are ticked. If you go to the Huntington Beach Community Forum, people are freaking out because they're like, we've been going to the beach for these last 2 months, fine, and now you're going to shut it down. Anyway, it's insane. This is all out of control. Yeah.
How are we ever going to recover, Heidi?
I don't know. There's going to be a lot of stuff that happens in order for us to recover our economy, because it's literally, they've already done, the damage is done. It's bad. They've really screwed our economy. All for what? For less than a flu season deaths? The numbers don't lie. And the more the stuff leaks out, the more people are waking up. Just talking to these random people walking by, these older couple. They know that we just met them tonight. And she is from Iran.
No.
Or wherever she's from. Not
she's
Iran?
Lebanon. She's Lebanese.
Oh, okay. And anyway, she was like, it's all BS. She said that, and I was like, oh my gosh. You think it's BS? And she's like, yes, it is. It's all BS. This is not that people aren't really dying, but it's like...
She knew. Well, I think everyone's catching on to what's going on. Everyone
and the information about Bill Gates is leaking out. The guy is evil. He's evil. He's behind this. He's involved in this.
He's partly behind it.
China's involved. China is going to get in big trouble.
China's deep state, though. You know they're deep state. They're controlled by...
Well, yeah. They have... It's just like our country. They have their rogue elements of their government.
Yes.
For sure. But the...
Also known as Clowns in America. Go ahead and look that up. Clowns in America. What's his name again?
Who?
The Bill Cooper. China, Iran,
North Korea.
North Korea.
The Iranian people have been screwed. They are not. They want to be free. It was our government, our CIA, that went in there and screwed everything up for that. They put the
installed
Ayatollah. Our CIA did that, and they ruined freedom for the Iranian people. But it's coming back.
If you're new to Q, go ahead and look up qmap.pub. That's where there's a lot. It's pretty user friendly, and you can look up the recent post all the way to the very first post, which was in October 27th, 2017. But there's a lot of posts.
Saying something. If people think they are closing beaches for our, can you read it? Our health, they are smoked out. Brian, those cookies were good, by the way. Why are you saying Brian, Adam? I made the cookies.
Well, I handed them to you.
Brian didn't. Don't say Brian. Those cookies were good. I made them, Adam. For you.
Hey, but I approved them. Like I would never let her send out the bad batch. I'm like, I'll take the bad batch, and then I put out the best, only the best. So
those are Heidi cookies, Brian cookies. My name is nobody checking in. Glenn, what's up?
Glenn, what's happening, Glenn?
What's up, Glenn?
Anybody
else in here from the late night crew, the usual late night crew? We got Glenn.
Shiz.
Do we have Shiz and Giggles? Are you out there? How about
Norway?
Or yes, our Norway friend. We've got a German friend that checks in.
Norway. No, Heidi.
Yeah.
Norway was in the news. I heard that a billionaire there was embroiled in a murder some way, somehow. Now, I don't know. I didn't really get into it because I'm not familiar with the guy, but he was I guess he's one of the wealthiest men from Norway.
Hey, Jared. What's up?
Jared Johnson. What's going on? We're just talking a little Gavin garbage, as Heidi and I like to call him. Gavin, and beaches getting closed again. The whole Corona thing.
Well, and the fact that our county, Orange County, voted to start opening businesses back up. It's like our county, and then the Newport
Board of
Beach
Supervisors
was like,
voted yesterday 5-0.
And Brian and I were driving down PCH, and they were removing all the barriers from the front of the entrances of the beaches. They were making it easier for people to turn in and drop people off, and the parking structures were open. We're like, wow. We were like, this is rad. Our county is like kind of really like listening to the people and letting us kind of open up and really putting the businesses, thinking about the businesses by doing that. And Gavin, but when they voted, it was like, it was contingent upon state orders or federal orders. Like the city decided to keep the beaches open, but they would be superseded by state. And then immediately Gavin Newsom does this.
But you know what though? One of the reporters today at the press conference asked President Trump about intervening with governors that weren't doing it or that were dragging their feet on opening up their states. And he said he'll cross that bridge. He didn't say this, but I'm paraphrasing. He said he would take care of that when it happened, if it happened. But that it's a what if. But I think things are going down.
Sherry says, what are we going to do with our day? I know, Brian and I go to the beach all the time. Yes, I know. It's going to be... It's going to be weird not being able to go to the beach.
No, what are you talking about? There's things that are happening. There are a lot of things happening. Gosh, if you only knew what was going on.
She's just saying, what are we going to do, like, with our time if we can't go to the beach?
Well, there's...
You know what they were saying at the city council yesterday? I couldn't believe it. One of the city council members in the Newport Beach was saying, when she was arguing to close the beaches, and she was saying... just go to the desert or just go to the mountains. There's lots of places you can go visit your loved ones and out of town, and you don't have to go to the beach. You don't have to. There's plenty of other things to do.
It's interesting how they control the faucet to the traffic that comes down, and they just want to shut it off. I can tell. They understand that they do have. There's a desire that everyone wants to go to the water on a hot day. It's
been very nice. The weather has been total beach weather. So there's been crowds at the beaches, but it's like, people need to, experts that are not paid by politicians will all agree that it's not healthy to stay indoors. It literally makes no sense. You isolate the vulnerable and the healthy need to go back to work.
What experts do you speak of? Who is saying this, Heidi? Everyone.
I don't know. I've just seen tons of comments all over Twitter and people that are saying, I'm a doctor, I'm a scientist, I'm a virologist, I'm an immunologist. This makes no sense to quarantine healthy people, especially with a death rate as low as it is.
If you're still questioning what's going on, then you really need to look at the facts. Look at the stats and look at the facts, because
hey Tim.
because everything shows to of course everyone knows now. I think people are starting to take the mask off. I see it all the time. As a matter of fact, I talk people out of wearing it all the time. I said, it's not mandatory. It is not mandatory in Orange County, California, to wear the mask. And then it goes from what I understand is city to city.
Good point, Jared.
What's that? What's the point?
He just said because that lady was saying like, go to the desert, go to the mountains, and he's like, yeah, because the virus only hangs out at the beach, not in the desert or the mountains.
No, these guys are out of control.
It makes no sense. Nothing makes any sense.
How about close down the forest in the middle of the forest? Just cone off an area. There we go. Because it's attacking. Yeah.
Oh, so Sherry, are all the pools are closed too? Oh my gosh, I didn't even think about that.
What's that?
Like the like pools and complexes, like those are closed too. So like if you can't go to the beach and you can't go to the pool, and you have no air conditioning, there's nothing open. Like what?
We're not there.
I don't know.
I guess everyone's gonna have to go walking and running and get exercise.
Yes, Lisa. I think President Trump wants us to do that.
Well,
Lisa
think about
says
this.
Everyone needs to get to the beaches and rallies. Yes.
What was pretty cool
just go. Everybody. They can't arrest us all. If we all just start going to the beaches.
Did you see the air show that they put on over New York, or was it? Yeah, it was over New York City. They had the Blue Angels and the Thunderbirds. In the sky at the same time.
Random air shows.
No, it's not random.
They're not random. I mean, no, but why are we having... President Trump was talking about having all these air shows.
He's encouraging... Think about it.
Exactly.
He wants people to get outside. He doesn't want people... You can't watch an air show
from inside.
He's getting people on the roofs. He's getting people out on the streets.
And like you were
in
saying,
the chair.
instilling patriotism. The air shows instills patriotism. So I think it's interesting. I'm going to read some. Tessa says, I was telling my RN friend that all these women having babies are going to have PPD, depression. Yes, that's true. I didn't even think about that. I know a guy that had UV treatment at Mass General Hospital for something 10 years ago. It worked.
Who out there is still wearing a mask?
Yes, Tessa says people need sunlight. Absolutely. Yes, absolutely.
Vampires don't need sunlight. Bats don't need sunlight.
It's insane that they're telling us to stay indoors, that's the right thing to do. I don't know.
I have an idea. Guess what? Instead of like a mask, I can just put like a gallon Ziploc bag over my head, a couple holes in it, but it gives you better protection.
Yeah.
It does. I think that to me is...
There was someone wearing that somewhere, a plastic bag on their head with holes. And I was like, what are you
doing? The Unknown
doing?
Comic? Remember the Unknown Comic, Heidi? I'm just kidding. You
I don't know what the Unknown Comic is.
I know, it's a joke. It's an inside joke.
Oh, okay. Anyway.
You got to be old for it to know that stuff. What are we playing? I hear some music.
Oh, I don't know.
It sounded like
I don't know. It's
Borat.
It's called Masquerade. Oh, you thought it was Borat?
Yeah, it does sound like Borat, right? A little bit of that Borat sound from Kazakhstan. Anyways, what else is going on today, Heidi?
I don't know. You tell me.
I don't know. I haven't posted
You're
anything.
the news.
I'm nothing. I just look at Twitter and see what's going on with my friends. How about educating liberals losing 500,000 accounts?
I know. That's crazy. The late night crew doesn't need sunlight. That's funny.
Late night crew.
Who else is here? We've got Tessa and Glenn and Tim.
Sharon, Lisa. What's up, Lisa? How you doing?
Oh.
They talked about the post office too. Well, listen to this. Markets and post office, they require... Okay. I'm going to out my mother-in-law.
Hey, Eva's here. What's up?
What's up, Eva? My mother-in-law.
Yes, all surfers will unite to go in the water. Yes, they can't arrest them all. Everybody just go. Just go. Someone was telling me...
Imagine, okay, check this out. Imagine, it could be, I think it was. No, it peaked yesterday. Imagine like the perfect combo swell. There's just peaks lined up everywhere. Doesn't matter where you're going in. Like there's like a pitching peak right over your head. Once upon a time that happened. I've been there. I've seen it like that. Gosh. I've been in that. Yeah. Anyways. Then everybody would be surfing everywhere. That's all I'm saying. It'd be a big love fest. I'd have to put down the camera and my flag. I would just put it in the sand. Yes.
I think that I think that if everybody just kept going to the beach, like, what are they gonna do? I think we all need to do that.
That's a lot of plastic cups.
Erica says she'll get arrested on the beach. Yes. My sister's here too. You got your sister
so
here
that is
and my
where,
sister's here with us.
That is where you're never mind. It's not
Erica,
the Second
I'll get
Amendment.
arrested with
it's
you.
not the Second
it's
Amendment.
Worth it.
It's not the First Amendment. It's
have the protest on the beach
cutting
instead
off
of on the street. That's a good idea, Tim. That's because it's our right to assemble, and we're on the beach.
It's the right to pepper. Bumps that spike.
I know. There's people there every day playing volleyball and.
What's that new game where the kids are like hitting the thing on the ground?
The kids are not allowed to play at the parks. They can't play on the thing. It's like the last thing they had was the beach to run around at, and they just want to take away everything. I didn't think this was gonna get to me, but it started to really bother me. I was holding in there for a long time. I'm getting like.
You getting antsy?
Yes, I'm like.
I'm gonna ask the question. I'm gonna pose this question: who out there is watching this wearing a mask? I want to know.
No one is.
You know what? I might have to wear a mask just for the show. Is this a show? Is this a show?
No.
It's a late night show. Like all those.
It's a discussion.
Okay. But you don't want to compete with like Jimmy Kimmel or David Letterman or all those guys that take bad stuff for energy to make them get really high.
Brian,
I'm just kidding.
You're talking about adrenochrome.
Whoa! I never said that. What are you talking about? What is that? What is this stuff? I never went there. But what were you saying about adrenochrome?
We don't need to talk about that. That's a whole other thing.
No, I just wanted to throw it
Here's
out there.
Here's a curious thing.
Just a little bait. You went for it.
Here's a curious thing from 40 Head on Twitter. He says Pence went to Minnesota, a Minnesota Mayo Medical Clinic less than 18 hours ago. Every medical staff member had a mask on. Pence refused to wear it, right? So
they should have arrested him.
First of all, the Mayo Clinic is dirty. We know that because of John McCain. Because when we found out how bad and dirty John McCain was, we found out.
Don't even say his name.
The Mayo Clinic is used for bad activities. So it's weird that Pence went there.
They harvest organs there. They like to do that harvesting thing.
Yes. And then it's weird that because there's all kinds of rumors about. Well, no, we know Pence is bad. People don't know that or believe it, but
what?
Pence is bad. Pence is bad. And there's two big clues. There's two big clues. Let me just tell you guys, in case you don't know. I've got some people that do know about Pence. Wait, who do we got here? Big D. What's up, Big D? I don't think we've met. I only wear my masks when driving alone in my car. We like you, Big D. You're funny already.
That's really funny.
You're funny already.
But I tell people who do that, I go, please give me another layer of protection and roll. The ones that I like the people who wear their mask and have their window down because they really should have their window up. 2 layers, please. Multiple layers of protection.
Okay, so we know what. I'm sure there's more, but one of the ways we know for sure that Mike Pence is bad is from we've talked about this before, but the George H.W. Bush funeral. There were envelopes handed out to specific people that day, and there's footage of it, and you see them. Not everybody got an envelope. Jimmy Carter, as he sees Hillary Clinton open her program...
He was a little jealous that he didn't get an invitation to the party.
So Hillary Clinton opens her program, and an envelope falls out, and she's like, what's this? And she pulls it out and looks at it and holds a straight face. She's got to keep it together, so she doesn't say anything. She just stuffs it back in. Then you see Jimmy Carter go see her, and then he opens his thing, and nothing falls out. Anyway, there were a couple other people got envelopes. The Obamas got an envelope, and
do you think
Joe Biden got an envelope.
It was a party, right?
And Mike Pence, well, his wife technically opened the envelope, but it was for Mike and her probably. But so that was our first clue that Mike Pence is I think it's super awkward when I talk right here. So I think Mike Pence that was the first clue. And then the other clue came from Air Force 2 turnarounds. So Air Force 2 was flying from New York or what? Why are you laughing?
Because I'm waiting to see what you say. New York.
I don't remember.
Okay.
So I'm not going to make it up.
New York.
Okay, you tell me.
I don't know. That's what I wanted to see.
Well, it was off the East Coast.
It was going to New Hampshire.
Anyway, the call sign always when the president is on, it's Air Force One. And
Somebody called out on that. I forgot what it was.
What?
I forgot where they were going.
It doesn't matter. The point is, the call sign was Air Force 2 because Mike Pence, as the vice president, was on it. And then you could look at the tracking, the radar that they track all the air. Anyways, and it turned around. The plane turned around, and it was no longer. We have a
special. What we do is we save that information, right? The tracking of the planes that go to.
Well, it's on a website.
It's websites, okay.
Yeah, there's a website that you can watch all the air
It's
traffic.
pretty cool. It's a pretty cool website. It's out there. There's several websites that do that. But they track the flights, Air Force One especially. But Air Force Two, when his plane was turned around, it was pretty awesome. You could see the call sign being changed.
Oh, wait. Okay. Sorry.
What were you saying? Go ahead.
Yeah. So it got changed from Air Force One to some other call sign. And why would that happen?
What did that indicate? What do you believe that indicated?
That he was removed from his position as the vice president. You guys a lot of you guys think we're totally crazy, but that's okay. We're just following the clues and trying to put it all together.
So who's this guy that's parading around right now?
I think it's very possible that we have a fake Mike Pence.
Whoa!
Don't tell anybody. We're a little crazy out there. Just might be a fake Mike Pence.
If you look at Heidi's page, no, I don't care. But fake Mike Pence did come to Heidi's page. We saw him. He waved at us through the window.
Tim, fake you Mike said Pence. Just the wives got the envelopes. Are you saying they just opened the envelopes, or they're the only ones that got, whether it was an indictment or whatever in the envelopes? Do you believe that it was only for the wives? I want you.
The wives and Jeb Bush, but Jeb Bush didn't get an envelope. He just got a little.
No, they got a note. They got a note. From W. I don't know if it was from W.
Can we do some acting, Heidi?
Who was it you, Tim, that said that that W flipped? Was it you that said that? Someone said that one night. James Gilbert's checking in. He said, if only the wives got them, then why did Big Mike go?
Big Mike?
That swinging Mike. That's what Brian likes to call him. Swinging Mike.
Like a microphone?
That's funny, James Gilbert from Colorado, right? I think you're from Colorado. There's definitely a cloud around Pence, Glenn said. Yes, there's something weird about him. So back to my original point of him going into the Mayo Clinic. I was very curious because 40 had posted that Google News reported a story 2 days before he even went to the clinic that he went there without a mask on. 2 days before.
If you haven't figured it out yet, this is the lazy show. In other words, we're not going to shoot. We're going to just talk. We're not going to pull anything up. And
yeah, I'm not really feeling it right now, Brian. To be honest, I'm not. This is so much easier just worrying about talking than pulling up things and taking a long time.
We had quite the pre-production meeting today. We were.
Hey, Rich Blake and Kalani are here. What's up, guys?
Oh, hey, what's up? We're just talking conspiracy. Kalani, what's up?
Yeah, we're talking about all the things that you're not supposed to talk about. That's our favorite things to talk about. Politics and religion. And those are the two things society tells you, don't talk about those things. It's improper. Okay. It's improper. Then how the heck are we going to ever get our ideas challenged if we aren't discussing the very beliefs, our very core values? They want us to avoid discussing core beliefs and values. It's wrong. That's why we're all so dumb.
We?
No, I mean, seriously, we've been trained
not to have conversations.
Not have those types of conversations because it's not polite and you might disagree and there might be an argument and blah, 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 blah.
You hurt feelings. You know, because in politics, what's more important than truth? not hurting feelings. You don't want to hurt feelings. More important than truth is not hurting feelings. No,
Exactly.
this is where the message kind of gets warped. Is when people place kindness, which is very important, but when they place it above and ahead of truth. Guys, I want to be kind to everyone. I come from I don't know what happened to my generation. What the heck happened to Generation X? Where, you know what? When I was a kid growing up, and we were pretty good. I remember this. We had a big ASO. I played ASO soccer for a long time. Yeah, I was the champion ASO player. but it went from the first, second, and third place champions in Rancho Cucamonga to everybody gets a trophy. That happened in about 10 years, I think. And in that time, the values of everyone gets a trophy was also taught to everyone. I remember this in school. They had this guy come around, and it was called PMA, positive mental attitude. You always have to have an uplift, and I get it. I think I'm pretty positive. Right, Heidi?
Yeah, you are. You're a positive person.
But when I'm negative, I'm pretty negative.
But when you're negative, you're negative. I always say you're so negative. Because you're so critical. He is. He's extremely critical. He has really high standards for things. And, but when you when you like something, you really like it, and you go on and on and on
to the break of dawn.
Why you like it. But you are extremely critical of things.
Well, I don't know where this was going.
I don't know either. I don't know what you're talking about.
But yeah.
You were talking about soccer and everybody gets a trophy.
Oh, yeah.
Did you lose your train of thought?
Well, you know what? When you get second place out of two people, it's not second place. It's last place.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I come from the generation, and I'm speaking up for my generation, the oldies. We're not oldies. We're not boomers. I'll say this, some of the Gen Xers, though, they're boomers. Straight up boomers. And boomer isn't a term for baby boomers anymore. Boomers means, yeah, sorry. I'm sorry if I've offended you and I called you a boomer, but it's a pretty derogatory term.
And there's a lot of boomers on Facebook.
There's a lot of boomers.
On Facebook, there's a lot of boomers. I told Brian, it's okay. It's okay. You just be nice to
Exercise
them.
patience, Brian
Just
Van.
exercise
patience.
Be nice to the boomers.
Be nice. I try to, Heidi. I exercise as much patience as I can. You know what? I haven't been to the Chans in a while. I'll be the first to say I stepped away from the Chans when things happened in New Zealand, and they started shutting things down, and Q wasn't posting for a while. I disappeared. I stopped. I was like, I'm good. I got a lot of information. Well, I forgot what happened today, but I went there because I was like, somebody started asking questions, and I was like, oh, crud. I went back to the